Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the January scent and warmer of the month, specifically the scent, because I didn't get the warmer this time around. But first off, thank you for tuning in today. I have been a little bit AWOL with the holiday season. I feel like we're all just kind of running around trying to get everything combobulated and put together, so probably just a normal thing for most of us. But I do have this video, and I have a couple more that will be coming up within the next week or so to kind of tie us through the holiday season, if you will, and then hopefully I'll be back to posting a bit more regularly once we get to the new year. So that being said, let's talk a little bit about the January scent and warmer of the month. So our kits have changed slightly. So if you're a consultant, just be aware that certain things that you may have received in previous kits are a little bit different this time around. So you still will get your scent stickers, you get your pamphlet. Oop, I just showed you a little bit of what it is. As well as the bars. They are red this time around, or reddish. But we do not have a room spray, and for some reason mine doesn't have a tester, so I may have to call or contact customer support and be like, excuse me, I seem to be missing my tester. All right, that being said, let's talk a little bit about our warmer that's gonna be for January, as well as the scent. So let me pull one of these out so you can read. So our warmer of the month for January, which happens to be my birth month, is called Better Together. And if you can kind of see on this picture here, it has a heart. It's almost, I would argue, Valentine's themed, which at first I was kind of like, oh, because I usually look forward to the warmers for January because I'm like, oh yeah, it's my birthday warmer. And I was a little bit bummed because this is kind of like they're doing the month in advance, sort of, if you will. And so I was like, but to be fair, it would be a wonderful little sort of Valentine's warmer. So let's talk about the description, what it is. So, Better Together, hundreds of heart-shaped speckles awash in a pink glow create a sweet, glittering display when this warmer is lit, illustrating how we're better together. This is a 6.5-inch tall warmer, and it is a 20-watt warmer. Now, for those of you who are familiar with our Laurel warmer that we had before, I think it's the gold with the leaves on the side, or the vines or whatever. This is basically the same shape and I would argue dimensions as that one. And it is also a 20-watt warmer, kind of like this one. So just keep that in mind. We do have colored bulbs, so you could change this if you don't want to look pink, you want to look purple or red or green or blue, you could probably do that as well. And this will be $45 US for the month of January, and then it'll go back up to $50 after the end of the month if supplies are still available. All right, so I think it's kind of a cute warmer. Here, I'll show you a little picture. So this is what the glass will look like, and what will happen is when you turn it on, the hearts will illuminate. Now, I'm not sure, because I only have the picture here, as to whether or not the glass where the hearts are is going to be more frosted, or if it's going to be more of like a translucent glass for the heart areas. And it's a little bit hard to kind of tell from this picture, unfortunately. Like, it just, some of the catalog pictures just realistically don't do the warmers justice like they should. But that being said, I think it's a cute warmer. Is it something that I'm going to get? Probably not. I don't usually decorate a whole lot, especially for the smaller holidays. I tend to decorate, as you can probably see a little bit back here. We'll try to do some more videos in different parts of my apartment so you can get some holiday cheer. I'm a big Christmas baby fanatic, and Halloween sometimes as well, or fall. So for the other seasons, I just kind of like switch out colored bulbs, you know. So Valentine's Day, it's red bulbs. Anyways, let's talk about our wax bar. So this is called Sunripened Berry. This is our scent of the month for January. It is a fruity scent, if you couldn't guess by the name berry. And it is described as a refreshing scoop of orange sorbet sprinkled with sun-ripened raspberries and strawberry sugar. So the top notes they list are sun-ripened raspberries and apricot water and orange sorbet. Your mid notes will be peach Bellini, sparkling rosé, and strawberry. And your base notes are going to be vanilla sugarcane and sweet musk. So this is a fruity, probably sweet sort of berry scent. Just without me smelling it yet, I can assume that that's what it's going to smell like. And I'm not a huge strawberry fanatic in terms of like wax melts. Like, I love eating strawberries. I love, you know, using them in all sorts of recipes. I don't know how I feel about like strawberry scents. I just haven't found one that really sticks with me, but most of them to me just feel a little too artificial or cloying or sweet. So hopefully the strawberry note in this, where are my bars? They're there, isn't too repulsive for me. All right, so here we go. This is our bar. It is a nice reddish wax, right? And I like how our bar is now. I know this is like just a packaging thing. It doesn't really impact anything, but our little fragrance categories are in the backs of our clamshells right now, and I think that is so fun. You know, and then there's a recycling symbol in the middle, which is not a fragrance category unless trash is a scent category that you also warm. I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Let's smell this. Less talking. All right. Okay, so it is fruity. My first whiff, I get orange and berry, like berry and orange. It almost gives me like, not quite cranberry because there's no tart bite that a cranberry would have. So it's not necessarily a holiday scent, but I could totally see like if you wanted to mix this with like a green tree scent or like a bakery scent to mellow it or change like the overall throw, you totally could. Or you could do it with like a fresh scent, you know, that you could kind of like make your own variants of like the I'm Snow Over It, which is kind of like a sort of berry fresh scent. Or I could see you putting this with like a spruce scent, like maybe not very so snowy spruce, but maybe, and doing like making your own version of kind of like a red berry and spruce. All right, let's smell the rest of this bar, and then we'll see if I actually pick up what the notes were saying I was supposed to pick up. Okay, so it's sweeter on the bottom, and for those of you who aren't familiar with wax bars, sometimes when they're poured, the wax or the fragrance oil will collect closer to the bottom of the bar as it cools and solidifies rather than the very top. So it's always good to pull out the bar and smell the bottom if you want a little more of a representation of the scent in its entirety. So I get a more of a sweeter note as opposed to the orangey citrus berry note that I got on the top of this bar. It is sweeter. I don't know if I would say it's cloyingly sweet, but it is definitely a more sweet sort of berry quality rather than tart or citrus. I do pick up strawberry or some sort of form of strawberry. I think they said it was strawberry sugar or something, but it's not overwhelming. I feel like I get a peach note in here, and I don't think there's a peach note in here. Maybe it's apricot. Let's see. Oh, no, there is peach in here. I am not crazy. Well, not completely. There is, okay, so I'm not crazy. There is a peach Bellini note. That's why it's probably not, like, repulsive to me, because it's not just straight up peach. Yeah, I get, like, It is like it's like a sweet raspberry, hint of citrus, and a slight sort of effervescence to it. Now, when I say effervescence, I don't mean something like cherry limeade or some of our other scents that literally have like a sparkling soda or like Prosecco sort of vibe where you really pick up on that kind of like champagne-y, bubbly, you know, fizzy quality, which I think is so cool that you can get in a wax scent. But that's not what I'm picking up here. I am picking up more of like a muted, like you can tell it has those notes in it, but it's not predominantly fizzy or effervescent. It's just kind of in there to give a little bit less of a heaviness to the scent. And that's probably what's also working to counteract the cloying nature of some of the other scent notes. So yes, I do get sun-ripened raspberries. I do get orange sorbet. I'm not sure that I would, you know, go out of my way and be like, oh, that's apricot water. How prolific, you know? Because I know it's in there, I can kind of associate that there's apricot water sort of note in there. But if you're not like a big apricot person, I don't think this is one where you'd go, oh my gosh, there's apricot in here. As far as the mid notes, I do get the peach Bellini or a hint of peach, but if you're not a peach fanatic like myself, you will be fine with this, I think. At least I'm cold. Because, like, again, I'm not a big peach person, and this doesn't bother me. Sparkling rosé, maybe for a little bit more of, again, that light, bringing out the lightness of the scent and making it less cloying. I can see that being added in, but I don't know if I could point out sparkling rosé specifically from this particular bar. But I do get strawberry. And then as for the base notes, there is a sweetness to this, so I can assume based off of that, that's where we're getting like the sweet musk note as opposed to like a cashmere sort of musk, which is more of like a musty sort of vibe. So this is like a sweeter sort of, it kind of gives you like, how do I describe musk in a tangible way? So think when you go in a room that has been freshly carpet cleaned, or you know, like if you've ever gone into a fresh hotel room and it has that kind of like, it's clean, but it's like this weird, like I'm smelling carpet or I'm smelling fresh. And it's not really soapy and it's not really powdery. It's just like this weird, you know, sort of permeating scent quality. Think of it kind of like akin to like the static on a television or a radio, where it's like sort of present in the background, but it doesn't, there's not really like a, oh my God, overwhelming quality to it. That's kind of what I'm getting, but it's like a sweeter note. So think, so maybe like between that and like the apricot water, you're getting like a little bit of a dewy, a little bit of a like musky sort of sweet freshness, like an overall just vibe, rather than necessarily, oh my God, that's musk, right? And vanilla sugarcane, I don't necessarily know that I'd point out that this is vanilla sugarcane, or that it's sugarcane specifically versus spun sugar versus just sugar, but there is a sweetness to this, so I would say that this is more of a sweet, fruity berry scent as a whole, but I think the other components of it, the orange sorbet, kind of really does wonders at cutting through some of the sweetness. The Bellini and rosé notes, again, make it less cloying, less dense and heavy, which some sweet bakery scents can become. And I think well, it's well balanced for what it is. Based on what I'm smelling, I would argue that it's probably going to be a medium, maybe even medium light sort of throw. It doesn't smell particularly pungent on cold. Usually, from my experience at least, the bars that are like, holy bananas, when you're like pulling them out of the box or whatever, you're like, this one's going to be a strong scent. I don't really get that from this bar. So I would argue that it's probably going to be light to medium throw. So if you are worried about like the pungency or the potency of the scent, something to potentially keep in mind. Or it may be good if you don't want something like smacking you in the face all the time. So I like it. I don't know for me if it's going to be club worthy. We'll see how it warms and performs. I tend to be more of like a fresh woodsy sort of person in terms of like things that go into my club. But every now and then I'll find a really cool fruity scent or something in a different category that just has to go in. So that is Sunripened Berry. This will be available starting January 1st. 2022. Oh my goodness, can you believe we're like, what, just a couple weeks from that? That's craziness to me. Yeah, I would definitely check it out if you like fruity scents, if you like sweeter fruit scents rather than tart, sort of like think of some of our pomegranate scents that are a little bit more tart or have a bite to it, or a cranberry scent that has like a kick to it that's not quite super sweet. I think this is the healthy balance between going too sweet and then going tart berry. So, pretty excited to warm this. we'll definitely let you guys know. Currently I'm in the like, I need to warm holiday scents mode because, you know, why not? But then I will be switching gears, especially because I have to warm through some of the Bring Back My Bar stuff coming back so that I can give you my honest feedback. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up sometime in the next week or two. And yes, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully this was helpful. Let me know what you think about this fragrance, if you've smelled it or warmed it, and what your thoughts are on the warmer. Do you like it? Was it something that you might get for Valentine's Day, Sweetest Day, just for someone because? Let me know. All right, thank you all so much for if you have subscribed, for subscribing. If you haven't, consider subscribing. And thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you in our next video. Take care, guys. Bye.